Michigan weather. It can change by the hour, by the minute,
And it started coming sideways.
and sometimes by the second.
Tornado warnings, extreme flooding, dangerous wind and lightning, even the warning signs of heat stroke.
Seconds can make all the difference.
In Michigan, we've always had to deal with extreme weather. We could be dealing with it more often.
And in some cases, it's getting more intense.
The roof lifted up, slammed into my neighbor's house.
Now, more than ever, it's crucial to stay ahead of the storm.
It was an instant when it hit. It was crazy.
And the 7 First Alert Weather Team is your first line of defense. When severe weather strikes, we're there in an instant.
Tonight, how the changing climate is fueling the severe weather threat in southeast Michigan.
The crucial information to keep your family safe.
And the 7 First Alert weather tools that help you track the storm. Because as we've seen time and time again, when severe weather strikes,
Go, 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 go.
every second counts.
This is a 7 First Alert Weather Special, when every second counts.
This is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and every year we face a number of threats in Metro Detroit. Now, more than ever, it's important to know what could come our way.
Last year, we had an active season.
In 2021, 16 tornadoes damaged communities across our state. The summer months were the 7th wettest on record with more than 15 inches of rain. Our heat waves were hotter and they lasted longer.
These numbers are more than just one season. They're becoming a trend.
We're looking at the science, and our climate is changing. We're experiencing the impacts right here in Michigan.
An increase in temperatures across the U.S. means more evaporation, and that means more precipitation and more flooding.
Tonight, we look back on the severe weather we had in 2021. What happened, who was hit, and how we can prepare for the future when every second counts.
It was a day like any other. It was a great day outside.
But in minutes,
All of our cell phones went off at the same time in the kitchen with the emergency tones. So we immediately came outside, and it seemed like the storm was upon us in no time.
things can change.
The whole top of this building's gone.
2 houses right here are flattened.
In southeast Michigan, we average 5 tornadoes per year. But on July 24, 2021, 4 touched down, leaving miles of damage.
Here in Armada, some of the worst damage was on this street. Trees were toppled, windows were shattered, and roofs ripped off, and it didn't take long.
The EF1 tornado touched down just before 8 p.m. In 14 minutes, it tore across more than 3.5 miles of this small community.
We got lucky. We got really lucky.
Chrissy Schmidt is the manager of the Cozy Corner Saloon. She's been there for 6 years, but her dad's business has been standing on Main Street in Armada since the 60s. After last summer, she's thankful it's still standing.
It came over the building and then kind of went this way, touched down on that building, which they're getting their new roof now. It might be done now. Tore down the house that's over there and continued on a path that way.
Chrissy's sister was inside the Cozy Corner when the storm blew through.
Garbage cans were flying and stuff was flying everywhere, and she didn't know what was going on.
Just down the road, Mary Straubel was hosting a pool party.
Everything was just blowing so hard. It was just ripping the trees in the buildings. It was shifting the tops of the buildings.
You actually watched all that happen
We did.
from your porch.
From the porch, we did.
That's where this video was taken. Just 1 block away, the tornado ripped the roof off this Main Street business.
So it came through right next to your house, right?
It did. As a matter of fact, it almost followed Main Street. The noise is real, that everybody says it is.
What did it sound like to you?
A train. It does sound like a train.
And once the storm had passed, the destruction and damage is what was left behind.
You could just tell that something was wrong. The trees were down. There was glass broken, debris all over the place. It was strangely silent. That train had passed. And you just knew that we were left in an aftermath of something.
I was grateful that nobody was hurt and the buildings were still up. Unfortunately, the one right down the road was not, and I was thinking how close that was.
Just 3 doors down, the top half of this office space was blown away. Today, it's an empty lot. It's one of the scars left on this small community.
It has been 8 months since that long night here in Armada. 4 tornadoes, as a matter of fact, in southeast Michigan. You can see repairs are still being done. The town is still working on getting itself whole. Things can be replaced though, and thankfully on that night last July, there were no deaths.
I was grateful that what was done was all that was done because nobody was hurt, and that was the main thing.
When you drive through Armada now, you can still see the signs of the storm. Mangled trees, piles of debris, and tarps over homes. But people here will assure you they are Armada strong.
The people who came together in the town was amazing. It makes you happy to be in a small town when something like that happens.
Unfortunately, there's a chance that we could see more tornadoes like the one that hit Armada last summer in the years to come.
Last year was a busy year for us. In recent years, there is some research that suggests Tornado Alley is beginning to shift closer to us. That may not mean that we will always have more tornadoes, but it does mean that now more than ever, we will always need to be prepared. Stay calm and head to your safe space if you're in a house. That can be the basement or a small room on the lowest level. The key is to stay away from windows. If you happen to be in your car, don't try to outrun the storm. It's always best to get out of the car and into any kind of building. If you can't do that, stay low, keep your seatbelt on and protect your head, or get out of the car and get into the lowest place possible nearby, like a ditch. While tornadoes are more rare, the threat of severe thunderstorms is something Metro Detroiters know well.
And the risk of flash flooding is causing people to be more concerned every year.
I've had flood after flood. This is the fourth time for me.
A scene that's become too common. In minutes, fast falling rain.
The street was full of water. Water started coming up from the front, from the back, from the sewer, from everywhere.
Can become a dangerous and costly flood.
Every time it rains like that, it's a flood. And it's just causing us more money.
Not once, not twice, but 4 different times in a matter of weeks. Basements looked like lakes. Freeways turned to rivers.
The catastrophic flooding last summer was a 1-2 punch for people in this Detroit neighborhood. Those that live here in Jefferson Chalmers feel like there's a target over their homes.
Working on that. Sometimes when it rains, it's like a pond out there. When they say it's going to be 2 or 3 inches, you know, that doesn't sound so good.
Emma Miller has lived in this house on Detroit's east side for nearly 50 years. Last summer, dirty floodwater rushed into her basement in the middle of the night.
I said, oh my God. I'll go down maybe 3 steps, water everywhere, you know, all underwater.
The loss was extensive.
The hot water tank, furnace, the washer and dryer, and freezer.
Can use any of that.
Gone.
And so much of what was lost can never be replaced. Photo albums, keepsakes, and family heirlooms in this historic Detroit neighborhood were destroyed by the flood.
It was just not throwing things out on, it was part of people's lives.
Thousands of homes experienced basement backups from this storm in late June. The catastrophic damage made worse by a failed system. The Detroit Water and Sewage Department blames most of the flooding on Detroit's east side on operational issues at the nearby Connor Creek pump station.
With this much rain, there's nowhere for the water to go other than flooding streets and basements.
The problem overwhelmed emergency plans too, spilling into the rest of the area. The Michigan Department of Transportation says there are 140 pump stations in Metro Detroit. On June 26, nearly 30 failed, many of them losing power in the storm.
There's no way we could have had enough manpower to handle this many problems at one time because, again, we had so much water coming in.
And it wasn't just homes, it was getting to and from home. All that water had to go somewhere, and a lot of it was right here on I-94, where the water level was almost as high as the bottom of that overpass with the sign showing 14 feet.
More than 100 cars and trucks were submerged and abandoned on Metro Detroit roads for days. Cell phone video shows water gushing onto the freeway, trapping drivers.
All the water was just coming on the freeway,
And suddenly, man, just hit a wall of water here. There was no recourse, nothing I could do afterwards.
My car started floating. I'm like, oh my God!
Solutions are being introduced to improve our aging infrastructure. Governor Gretchen Whitmer's budget proposal for the upcoming year includes $66 million that aim to prevent what we saw last summer from happening again. And MDOT is building a drainage tunnel as part of its I-75 modernization project.
While plans are in place to improve reliability of infrastructure and pumping stations like this one, it'll likely be put to the test with the increasing number of downpours we're going to see in the future.
Check out this map. It shows the increase of the amount of rain in our heaviest downpours per year since the 1950s. The Great Lakes and the Northeast regions saw the biggest increase. It's a trend that's expected to continue.
So there is a fear that something even worse might happen.
Those fears pushing people in Jefferson Chalmers to make a plea for change.
So it's much more than just some water in your house and you clean up and you're done. This is a long
term.
Jocelyn Harris says she feels like her neighborhood has been forgotten.
People that live here should have an opportunity to live a quality life where they choose to live with the support of the people that are in position to help.
Jocelyn has lived in Detroit for decades. She's seen the landscape change, grow and thrive everywhere but her neighborhood. She says while bike lanes and murals have been beautiful additions to the city, Jocelyn is hoping for more meaningful improvements.
At this point, we really don't need to put icing on the cake. We need to make sure that the cake has all the ingredients. And if there was opportunity for our elected officials to listen to the residents, we might come up with some solutions.
Now, there are better ways to help protect your home. The simple things start with make sure your gutters are clean, point downspouts as far away from your home as possible, and make sure nearby storm drains are always clear. If you want to make sure you're protected financially, call your insurance agent and ask about flood insurance. Now, make sure you ask specifics about what additional coverage you might need, like water or sewage backup. You can also purchase a sump pump or backwater valve system if you don't already have one. It may be worth the cost and the peace of mind.
It just was so loud. There were so many cracks, bangs, just so many awful noises.
In southeast Michigan, severe weather happens fast.
When it's time to take action, do you have the right tools? Up next, we'll be talking about what you need to have on hand the next time severe weather strikes.
We want you to make sure that you're always prepared and safe in our severe weather situation, so you can grab your phone right now, scan the QR code on the screen, and you'll be able to install our WXYZ app and get all the latest weather updates. You can also enable notifications to receive alerts every time severe weather is moving through our area. Again, open the camera on your phone, scan the code on the screen, and get our app. When you hear that sound, it's time to react.
If you're getting this alert, take cover immediately.
You can count on the 7 First Alert team to keep you prepared.
But when it's time to take shelter, will you be ready?
In 2021, southeastern Michigan was hit hard by severe weather. Everything from devastating flooding to damaging winds. In many cases, the aftermath was gut-wrenching, and recovery can be a painful process. But there are some steps that you can take before the storm rolls in.
Hey, how you doing?
So we hit the hardware store.
When it's time to take shelter, do you have what you need? Do you have an emergency kit?
Not a real kit.
Have you ever thought about making one?
Never thought about it.
Do you have an emergency kit for the severe weather season?
No, we do not.
I thought we do in the trunk of the car. Okay, so if we do, we don't know where it's at.
The truth is, a severe weather emergency kit can be life-saving.
We see most people on the recovery phase, and if they prepared more with emergency kits, their survivability and the recovery is a much easier process.
So what do you need? While we were at Ace Hardware, I put together an emergency kit for my family, and it includes a lot of simple household items.
First things first, it's gotta be water. Oh, that's convenient. Batteries. Noaa weather radio. That's one that's really important. Let's see, where are the radios? Aisle 11, oh, thank you. These are super important because think about it, tornado on the ground, causing damage. A tornado can knock out a cell phone tower, knock out power. At that point, how will you get the warnings? And you'll see that badge there as Noaa. That's going to give you everything you need to know from a warning perspective in case everything else fails as far as the power. The flood barrier. Usually when we think about trying to keep water out of our home, if you have water in your basement, flood barriers could be something we could use.
Being ready when seconds count can make all the difference. But some destruction we see in Michigan every year is more difficult to prepare for.
Loud noise, I thought it was actually a tornado coming through.
We were in disbelief.
But what if I told you the most overlooked weather threat is what causes the most damage in our state?
Every time it rains, the wind comes up, the trees start to whip around, and the next thing you know, the power's out.
Straight line winds. When a thunderstorm warning is issued for your neighborhood, there's more than just rain coming your way.
Yeah, this was probably the most dramatic. The whole root system pulled up.
Chris Inch lives in Farmington. The powerful gusts that hit his neighborhood last summer were clocked at about 75 miles per hour. strong enough to uproot these 70-year-old trees.
So right here, you're saying there was a tree?
Yeah, there was a
Like,
tree that was just off the side of the driveway, and the root system was so deep it pulled up all the cement.
Following the storm, Chris's neighborhood was littered with tree limbs and piles of debris. It was an expensive mess to clean up.
What's the average cost of a tree of, say, this magnitude was to fall?
It was, each tree was probably in that $3,000 range, I would say. Yeah, it added up, it was north of 10.
And that's not including the major repairs Chris had to make to his house. Last year, there were more than 5 major wind events in Metro Detroit. At one point, nearly 850,000 people were without power. It was an issue that lasted days, and for many, happened more than once. DTE says, because of Michigan's changing climate, it is now focusing on strengthening our infrastructure.
We need to continue to improve the reliability of our grid, specifically when we have these high wind events that are coming in.
At the beginning of this year, DTE proposed a $388 million investment into Michigan's energy grid. The plan includes steel replacements for wooden power poles, upgrades for substations and wires, and a continuation of tree trimming efforts. The proposal would be funded by a $10 a month rate hike for customers and is currently under review. In the meantime, Metro Detroiters are bracing for the next storm.
Everybody shares this feeling of, hey, when's the power going to go out again? And we know it's only getting worse.
Straight line winds can create more problems than you think. It's something to know and be ready for the next time a severe thunderstorm strikes.
When you think of severe weather, it's tornadoes and thunderstorms, but heat is becoming a hot topic.
Trends are changing and temperatures are rising.
Coming up, how hot it's getting in Metro Detroit and how it can hurt your health, your wallet, and our economy.
A lot of us love Michigan because of our mild summers, but we are starting to see a change.
Temperatures are getting hotter and the heat is sticking around longer.
After a cold winter, some warmth sounds nice, but the truth is heat is more dangerous than you may think.
Let's start with the facts. In Metro Detroit, we're seeing more 90-degree or warmer days. We used to hit 90 or higher only 13 days of the year. But in the past 5 years, that number has jumped to 16.
It may not sound like much, but longer and hotter heat waves do have a big impact, and not just here in the city, but out here in Michigan's rural areas where acres and acres of crops are at the mercy of our weather.
Michigan's food and agriculture industry contributes more than $101 billion each year to the state's economy. It makes up about 20% of our workforce. But a wet spring or a hotter than normal summer can wreak havoc on these farms.
Basically have been doing a lot of trial and error over the years.
Green Things Farm Collective put roots down in Ann Arbor about 10 years ago. Today, dozens of vegetable and seed are produced on its more than 60 acres. The team here grows and harvests through all 4 seasons, which has presented a number of challenges.
We struggled for years in our early years with how to deal with large rain events. So we used to really try and push spring production, but it's a little more unpredictable with what the weather's going to do.
But it's not just the major rain events. It's the heat and drying out afterwards. Nate Latta is one of the owners of Green Things Farm Collective. He tells us they've had to be creative, using wood chips, compost, and other techniques to find the right balance of moisture needed to grow their crops when the temperatures rise.
The wood chips make a really nice path, and they also can absorb a lot of that moisture in our soil. You know, this compost sort of has sort of this huge holding capacity, and I can just dig right in, and we just have this like rich earth. And this will hold a lot more moisture.
These tricks and techniques can help save different plants from Michigan's extreme weather, but it can get expensive.
You know, just things like running our walk-in coolers where we keep our produce cold. The hotter it is, the more energy, you know, that goes into cooling things. It's becoming more costly to grow food, I think, because farmers are having to go to greater lengths to manage that production.
Just like these crops, it doesn't take much heat to hurt your health. Here in Michigan, we're used to more mild summers than people who live further south. Research shows health-related hospitalizations peak in the Midwest when our heat index reaches just 86 degrees.
I think as we've seen more heat waves, we have seen a larger number of cases.
Dr. Noaa works in the emergency department at Henry Ford Medical Center in Dearborn. He says they see patients with heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses as early as May and as late as September every year. The people most at risk are over the age of 65 and under the age of 4.
Some of the big warning signs that we look out for are headache, dizziness, confusion, nausea, vomiting, really a change in activity level or fatigue, as well as muscle cramps.
These symptoms can creep up on you quickly, especially in a city setting, something known as an urban heat island. Roads, parking lots, and buildings can trap hot air, making the city as much as 7 degrees hotter than surrounding suburbs. That's something to be cautious of as things heat up. Of the top 10 hottest summers in Detroit, 7 have occurred since 2005. And average summer temperatures have increased more than 3 degrees. It's a trend that's expected to continue.
I think we all have to be thinking forward to what the world is becoming, and it's getting warmer, and it feels to me like if you're not thinking about strategies to diversify and adapt, it's going to be really hard.
When it comes to your health, prevention is key. Staying hydrated is important, and it's best to stay in an air-conditioned environment or in the shade if you're spending time outside. But for our agriculture, it's about resiliency.
We obviously can't control if there's a heat wave. What we can do is set ourselves up weathering those heat or cold or rain or snow events and keep sort of producing as best we can.
For Green Things Farm Collective, learning to change with the weather is what has helped them continue to grow.
From hot sunny days to dangerous wind and rain, you can count on our team to let you know what to expect before stepping outside. Still ahead, how you have to be weather aware all year round and how we can keep you and your family safe. Michigan weather can change in an instant, and as we've been telling you, the change in climate is playing a major role.
From extreme flooding to damaging winds and even heat, these are some of the threats we face every year, and in some cases, they're going to happen more often.
But it's not just the frequency that's growing, it's severe weather season itself. We're getting warmer sooner in the year. That's increasing our chances for more storms.
In any case, the 7 First Alert Weather Team is here and ready to keep you prepared.
On every platform at any time.
We usually watch Channel 7.
I come to you on Channel 7.
Our climate may be changing, but our dedication to keeping you safe and informed will never change.
At 7, we give you the most accurate forecast and the tools to stay ahead of the storm. You probably noticed the QR code in the corner of your screen. If you haven't done it yet, scan the code to download the Storm Shield app. With a radar on your phone, you can track any storm as it moves through your neighborhood. And as always, we'll keep you informed of the latest alerts and warnings on air and online. When every second counts, you can count on 7. Thanks for joining us tonight for our severe weather special. Stay safe.